Have you ever trusted someone so deeply only to have your world come crashing down in an instant? I thought I had the perfect marriage. No fights, no betrayals, just love and trust. We were expecting our first child, a dream we had both longed for. But then, one night, everything changed. My husband came home late, smelling like a perfume I did not own. My heart told me something was wrong. When I checked his phone, I found messages that shattered my entire reality. My husband, the man who promised to stand by me forever, had been cheating on me with our neighbor. I could not believe my eyes. The pain, the betrayal, the confusion, it all hit me like a wave. And now, I am left with a choice that no woman should ever have to make. What would you do in my place? Stay and fight for your family or walk away? Let me tell you my story. 3 years ago, I met the love of my life. Our marriage was what I believed to be a dream, filled with love, laughter, and deep conversations. We never had major fights. Whenever we disagreed, we sat down and worked things out together. I truly thought we were the kind of couple that would last forever. 3 months ago, our happiness grew even more when I found out I was pregnant. My husband was overjoyed, constantly talking about how we would go through this journey together. We had been trying for a baby for a while. And finally, our dream was coming true. Or so I thought. Then, about 4 weeks ago, I started noticing changes. He would come home late, miss my calls, and seem distant. At first, I did not think much of it. I trusted him completely. He always spoke about how much he hated cheaters, so I had no reason to suspect him. But then, one night, everything changed. He came home late again, smelling like a perfume I immediately recognized. Sexy Secret. The problem? I do not wear it. In fact, the scent makes me nauseous. The only time I had ever been around it was when we visited my sister overseas, and even then, I had to stay away from it. I knew right then that something was wrong. He acted cold and distant, barely acknowledging me before heading to the kitchen to eat leftovers. I watched him, my mind racing, my heart pounding. Then I noticed his jacket on the couch. I do not know what came over me, but I reached for his phone. I never check his phone. We have always had trust between us. But that night, something inside me pushed me to look, and what I found shattered me into pieces. I opened his messages and saw her name, our neighbor. My fingers trembled as I scrolled through their conversation. There they were, messages filled with flirtation, plans to meet up, desperate confessions about how much he wanted her. And then, the worst part, pictures. Explicit pictures that made me sick to my stomach. I turned off the phone and just sat there, shaking. My mind refused to believe it. This was my husband, the man I loved, the man I trusted, the father of my child. How could he do this to me? I did not sleep that night. I just lay there, staring at the ceiling, feeling waves of emotions. Denial, fear, anger, heartbreak. I thought about our baby. I thought about our future. And then I thought about the countless times he had reassured me that cheating was disgusting. The hypocrisy of it all made my stomach turn. Now, here I am, trying to figure out what to do next. I want to fight for our marriage. I want my child to grow up with both parents. But how do I move past this? How do I ever trust him again? I feel lost, betrayed, and completely alone. This is the hardest decision I have ever had to make. Do I stay and try to fix what he broke? Or do I walk away and start over, even if it means raising my child alone? My heart is torn, and my mind is filled with questions that have no easy answers. To everyone watching, I need your advice. If you were in my position, what would you do? Could you ever forgive something like this? Would you fight for love? Or would you walk away for the sake of self-respect? Let me know in the comments. I truly need to hear your thoughts. And if this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more real-life stories. You are not alone in your pain, and together, we can find strength. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the hardest decisions lead to the most powerful transformations.